Hello, welcome to High Vibe Astrology. This is Jennifer, back with a video on the Virgo new moon, drawn up for August 23rd, 2025 at 2:06 a.m. Eastern Time. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for joining me. If you are new, my approach to astrology is based upon the connection between the microcosm and macrocosm. I read the chart drawn up for my location as I'm tuning into the collective energies. In this chart, as was the case with the Aquarius full moon, we have Cancer rising, making this Virgo new moon this chart's ruler. As it happens, this Virgo new moon is the focal point for a yod, which is two quincunxes, each connecting to the new moon, the focal point. Yods are also called the finger of God, and this indicates that fate and destiny are at work behind the scenes. These angles are challenging to harmonize because the energies are at odds with each other. The first quincunx is from the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in the 10th house, which is restructuring our entire world in ways we might never have imagined were possible. In the 3rd house, Virgo's energy is super analytical and may tend towards micromanagement of our immediate surroundings. The quincunx between these two energies illustrates that 3D mental constructs keep us at odds with the new paradigm that is unfolding and creating a new legacy for humanity and all life on our planet. Next, we have a quincunx from Pluto and Aquarius in the 8th, and while Virgo and Aquarius may feel at odds, Virgo in the 8th house are easier to harmonize. Pluto, in its own domain, is like the Roto-Rooter or demolition on steroids. It's an intense excavation of humanity's collective shadow. Virgo helps to discern what is nourishing from what is total waste. So this process is a necessary one to achieving our destiny of global peace and prosperity, and to those new structures that are coming from the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in the 10th house. Because we have to completely gut and rebuild everything we've been taught about life and its mysteries. The 8th house is also about power and how to use it wisely so that we stay aligned with universal law. Correct use of power always benefits the masses, especially so with Pluto in Aquarius, because Aquarius represents all of humanity. This Virgo new moon in the 3rd is an opportunity to exorcise and purge our minds of those old thought patterns that undermine our success and happiness. And that happiness is supported by Mercury, Virgo's ancient ruler, in the sign of Leo. Mercury in the 2nd house values an optimistic mind as well as speech, and it is applying this energy in the realm of physical manifestation. This tells us that if we develop a habit of more trust and a positive attitude rather than pessimism, we accelerate our own abundance as well as the peace and prosperity for the collective. Virgo is the sorter and likes to invest in behavior that will yield the most value and retain and sustain it as well, while discarding all that feels wasteful. Mercury in the 2nd house describes a mind for making money or attracting money by maintaining a positive thought process or positive mindset, and understanding how the habit of positive speech and thinking contributes to material abundance. Chiron is the modern ruler for Virgo, and we'll come back to it in just a minute because it creates a T-square to the Venus-Pluto opposition. But before that, we're going to talk about Mars in Libra in the 4th house, which forms a sextile to Mercury, activating justice and a balancing of the scales in both these areas of life. To put it in simple terms, justice is focused on our financial security, the 2nd house, and our emotional security, the 4th house. Interestingly, another 2nd, 4th house combination is Venus in Cancer. Venus's natural domain is the second house, and Cancer's domain is the fourth. In Cancer, Venus attracts close bonds and places great value on the family, as opposed to more intellectual connections. The T-square now from Chiron to Venus and Pluto signifies ancient wounds being stirred up at this time in the realm of second and eighth house themes, that of financial security, self-esteem, and then the eighth house power that has been used and abused behind the scenes, because eighth house is hidden matters. The Virgo South node on the IC, or the fourth house cusp, indicates that these poisoned roots reach further into our history than we may have realized, and these poisoned roots have undermined human connection, especially within the family and our entire domestic scene. The Cancer ascendant in this chart indicates that at this time we are viewing life more and more through the lens of how we feel about things and each other, rather than how we've been taught to feel, think, or behave. Pluto's own square to Chiron suggests that those obstacles from the past are now being exposed because we can't heal what we do not see. We have to become aware of this in order to heal it. People have to come to grips with the ugly truth, and that is what is happening now. The trine from Jupiter in the first house to the Pisces North Node on the midheaven signifies a larger-than-life personality, person of faith, or spiritual leader who is guiding humanity toward unity, which is not synonymous with conformity. If everyone played or sang the melody, there would literally be no harmony. It takes several different instruments and talented individuals to make up one beautiful symphony. We were never intended to look the same, believe the same, behave the same, or express ourselves in the same way as others. That would be a chorus of clones. AI is man-made. Organic life is God-made. God is infinite and creates infinite expressions of life. The Sedna-Uranus conjunction in Gemini in the 12th represents the awakening and stretching of humanity's collective consciousness to consider dimensions and realities far beyond the 3D construct we are quickly moving out of. The ongoing trine between this conjunction and Pluto, with the Saturn-Neptune conjunction right in between, is the universe guiding humanity toward a sacred balance between Earth and cosmos, humanity and divinity, and the material and spiritual realms, to achieve our destiny and receive our divine inheritance, which is none other than personal and planetary peace and prosperity. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please stand by for the frequencies, and I look forward to being with you next time. Bye for now.